Hi everyone and welcome back to our channel Bucks Guinea Pig Talks. It's Simon and we are doing the Q&A for April 2025, but here we are in Valletta, Malta. No guinea pigs, but I tell you what, we'll give you a view and then we'll go back to our studio for the Q&A. Thank you very much. Hi everyone, and here we go with the Q&A for April 2025. Onwards to Eleanor. Eleanor, ask away your first question, please. Sent in by our subscribers.
Well, my first question is, why is Honeyduke on a Christmas mat on Easter Sunday?
Well, we might have people round and everything got put away, so I was rummaging around. And also, we are actually recording this on the 20th of April, and we're recording it before 9 o'clock. So a couple of points there. Number one, Eleanor's actually up and ready on a Sunday morning.
Whoop, whoop.
And number two, we just wanted to get this done as quick as possible because this won't come out till the end of the month. So if an opportunity presents itself, let's just do it. Now,
You're watching this in 8 months' time, happy Christmas.
Oh yeah, happy Christmas. I did actually say in some of the earlier comments from a few days ago that I'd be just doing this Q&A on my own, but Eleanor has said she would do it, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. So we just cracked on. But please be aware that I am wearing this, and I am actually wearing trousers. So I did actually get dressed.
Got your shorts top on. Let me just focus in.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Ooh, fancy YouTube shorts.
There we are. So we are nearly at 10,000 on subscribers. Okay.
Question one.
Yes.
Question one's from Quiggies.
Yes.
Massive shout out to Quiggies. And Quiggy says a shout out to Sol and Luna.
Exactly. Yes, please. Sol and Luna, hello. Hope you are well.
Squeak.
We're going to introduce shout outs for people and their guinea pigs because we did that on Facebook and it was really popular. So
I think you need to go squeak.
Really. Now, so if you would like your guinea pig shouted out at future videos, don't forget to put something into the comments and we will do that. It was very popular on Facebook and we'll do the same here.
Squeak, Sol and Luna. So Quiggy says, if you would switch lives...
Yes.
Quiggies, your question is bonkers. We love Quiggies, don't we?
Yes.
If you switch lives with any of your guinea pigs, which one and why?
We love all our subscribers equally, don't worry, go on.
No borrows allowed. So if you could switch lives with any of your guinea pigs, which one and why?
Well, okay, so if we take away the borrows bit, so if we pretended to be the borrows, I think I'd quite like to have been Gingerbread.
She says no borrows allowed.
I know, that's the problem. Or Ted too. He was
because
nice.
we all have girls. Which girl guinea pig would you like to be? So I'm a bit shaky and I laughed today.
Stardust.
Because she's a star.
I think Stardust. I mean, you put me on the spot. I've only had about 3 weeks to think this out. I think Stardust actually, because she's had all sorts of things in life. She's gone out to venues. She's been on the. I mean, she doesn't know she's on camera. She's had life. She's had 3 litters, babies. She's had Hercules. She lives with nice family, although she probably doesn't know their family. So I think Stardust is. I think my mummy the guinea pig, the original one. We take care of all our guinea pigs equally, so they all get fed and they all go out to places. I'm sure you watching this, if you're watching it at Christmas or you're watching it at the end of April, who would you like to be of our guinea pigs? I think so long as the guinea pig's fed and it's treated well and it has a healthy lifestyle and looked after and loved, I think that's really all any guinea pig or any animal can actually want. What do you think, Ellen? Which one would you like to be? You'd like to be
because I love the teddies, don't I?
I know. I think.
And she's the oldest teddy we've got at the moment. It would have always been Socrates to start.
Yeah, our original teddy. Yes. So that was a great question. That's a great question. Yes. So I think what we're going to do, you're taking some pictures while we're doing this. I think.
No, not really.
Take some pictures, and I'll ramble for a little bit.
Well, I've got another question that links to this.
Oh, have you?
Yes. Okay. Magdalene says, what inspired the name Xenocrates?
Wow.
So,
well, let me just say before you zoom in on this
I was
one
just
and
about
do the
to.
answer. No, that's okay. Now, any of you watching our Q&A thinking how slick it is, gotta be joking. We don't really prepare these at all, but we do. But Eleanor, my wife, is doing she works really well on the camera because she asks the questions. She's got a great voice, and
yes.
also it's really, really popular. She's probably more popular than me, even though I do everything. So Xenocrates, her name is. Eleanor will expand more on her name, but a lot of our tellies have the same sort of naming area of pattern.
Well, when I had my first teddy
Yes.
guinea pig,
Yes.
I called her Socrates
Good.
because I studied philosophy
Yeah.
and love philosophy and wanted the girls because they were only little, 3 and
Our
6
kids.
at the time.
Yeah, our kids.
I wanted them to be able to know the philosophers' names. We had Socrates and Aristotle and Plato.
We did.
And we've now got much more obscure, and that's where Xenocrates comes in.
What is Xenocrates? Do you actually know what she
I've
is?
answered this before.
You have.
Xenocrates is quite an obscure. I'll have to get back to you.
But look it up on Google. Look up, certainly the
it's Xenocrates with an X. X-E-N-O.
We have a because I had guinea pigs.
I have explained all of the different.
Yeah.
We've got Epicurus.
Yeah.
You know, and so no, I've
had many, but we're happy to have all questions.
We may be going into staying Greek, but going into Greek myth next.
We could have
Never
Greek
mind.
islands, couldn't we?
No.
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 Oh,
No.
If you agree with me, I do a lot of the work. I think the thing is, because I had guinea pigs when I was a lot younger.
So beautiful, aren't you, darling?
Thank you.
When
I had guinea pigs when I was younger, I did all the usual names like Spot and Fluff and all that sort of stuff, Kermit and Snowy and all that sort of stuff. And so now the family suggests names, I'm like quite happy. And also when we go off like on this branch of Greek philosophers,
Mummy, wasn't it? Because
yes,
our 3-year-old wanted to call
after you,
her first pet after me,
which is lovely.
I loved that. It was great. Made me so happy.
And so I don't mind. Also, a lot of the names are quite unique, so it's quite nice.
Yeah.
So I think what we're going to do now is what we normally do on these videos is we then put a break in, we put some photos in, then we come back with another set of questions. So let's see you all after the photos. Hi and welcome back. Now the eagle-eyed of you all will have realised that our little welcome video at the start of this, after the thumbnail, was actually done in a very, very sunny place. It was actually Malta, and we were there a few days ago. And one of the things that people, we had a nice time, and even if they had a nice time. It's
lovely.
Now, one of the things that people say to me is they say, who looks after your guinea pigs when you go away? Well, actually, we've been very, very lucky, and we have got someone local that actually pops in and feeds our guinea pigs and changes the water and gives them vegetables. We give them house keys and all that sort of stuff. And we've used them for the last 3 or 4 years. That's really, really good. Now, the bad news is they're actually moving away at the end of this month, so we've now got to get someone else. Now, what we don't want is inquiries from people from Australia and America saying they'll pop over and do our guinea pigs. Because I know they're famous, I know you'll want to see them, but we are going to have to find someone else who's equally as good. I would say second as good, but we have to say equally as good as the lady that we've used. She's a fantastic animal lover, and we were incredibly lucky to have her. And what's nice is I saw her on the socials, and then she came around here, we had a long chat, and she met Eleanor. Eleanor was delighted with her, and she's
She
a
lovely?
really nice lady. And it's
just-
really
it's-
important to have the right person when you do go away.
I was going to say exactly the same thing, that we went away and you were happy
Yeah.
because you knew that they were going to be looked after and cared for. And actually,
It was really, really good.
It's harder when you've got so many guinea pigs. You can't just ask the neighbour
Imagine if you
to
had more
pop
than
by.
us. Also, as well, we had obviously our lady that looked after our guinea pigs. She obviously has a knowledge and understanding about all sorts of animals. But as a backup, we gave her the phone number of our guinea pig friend expert who has many guinea pigs. And we didn't think it sensible to ask her to do our guinea pigs because we've obviously got a number of cages. However, if you can find someone that you can trust, most people have only got like 2 guinea pigs or 3, all sensible people. So neighbours are good. And what we do is when we go away, all the cages are clean and all the vegetables are all ready in the fridge and everything's laid out. It's dead easy.
Well, I think also you because we have so many cages, you have, when we go away for longer periods of time, you have a second cage all cleaned out.
Yes.
So actually they can just be transferred into a clean cage, so no one has to clean any out.
No.
But we are lucky. You can see our little sort of set up at the back there.
So we are. As you can see from the cage in the middle, that's actually a clear cage. We have no problems with that one. So that's like
we have a lot of cages. So it just means that if we do go away for longer, we're not expecting people to clean them out or anything.
Put them on the grass, or most importantly, Eleanor, to do the social media.
Now I'll go on to the next question.
Yes.
Before we had guinea pigs, I had 2 bunnies.
Yes.
Dora and Bella.
Oh, I love them.
Oh, they were gorgeous. One of them was a biter, though. Yeah. Now, the cardboard bunny has written a question and said, do guinea pigs have the same dental issues as rabbits? I remember that we used to have to trim the rabbit's teeth. So we had some cutters, a bit like the guinea pig ones where the sort of a hole was made. You stuck the teeth in and then you had to crack, and they made a real crack noise and trim their teeth. You just couldn't trim them.
Because their teeth will keep growing.
Yes,
and even if you give them carrots and wood, it's not enough.
It's not enough. You can't.
So in the wild, would rabbits potentially die because of their teeth over 8 years, or how does that work?
No, I don't think so.
I think it's domesticated rabbits.
I think it's domesticated rabbits. I think that they're what must be what they have in the wild or what they do, or I don't know, but they create burrows. They live a totally different life in the wild.
One thing I have noticed
domesticated
on some of the Facebook pages through Bucks Guinea Pig Talks, because obviously with the Bucks Guinea Pig Talks channel on Facebook, you get fed ideas of which might be pages you might want to look at. And I do in my feed, not that I follow them, but they come in the feed, rabbit rescues. And invariably they're talking about teeth of the rabbits.
Oh, if you don't chop them, it's so cruel. Oh, it's awful.
It's very, very rare to see guinea pigs that have dental issues. That is more of a genetic issue, whereas rabbits, they seem to do quite a lot.
We've never had to trim their teeth once. We've never had a problem.
No, I think as well with the
but rabbits, they really grow.
Do they?
Like you know, if we've left one and not done her nails for a while, you know, they start to curl a bit.
Pigs, yeah.
Well, that's what happens with the teeth, and then they can't eat.
And do you have to do them with the rabbits with a certain age, like when they're like a year old, or is there a point when you have to do them?
Just whenever their teeth grow too long.
And that again,
a bit like the nails. Some of our guinea pigs' nails grow quicker than others. True. It really depends. So no.
Okay.
Yeah, interesting question, Cardboard Bunny.
Thank you very much. I hope that answers your question about the differences or the similarities of guinea pigs and rabbits. But thank you very much, and do stay on our channel. Go,
now, Angela Perkins.
Hello, Angela.
Angela has had guinea pigs for 31 years.
That's more than us. Because
yes.
I've had 16 and a half years, then I had a little bit of a break for a time, and now next month in May, Eleanor, by the end of May, we'll have done guinea pigs for 7 years.
Wow.
So it'll be 23 and a half years, but not quite as far as Angela.
No, because she's only had a 10-month gap without any, so that's lovely. Angela says, thank you for making the Q&As interesting and entertaining. Well, that's very sweet of you. I think they're a bit bonkers, but thank you.
Well, ultimately, we just want to make them interesting and fun. So if you do, once I'll repeat this again, if you do want a shout out for May for your guinea pigs, then please do. Stick something in the comments and we'll do something. We've already, actually, just before we go on to that question, we've already had a few more questions I've put to the May Q&A. So I put some to one side. Rather than run this for like an hour, we put it to one side. So we do have other questions for next month, but we are happy to have more questions. So do ask us questions in the comments below. You can ask about our channel, our guinea pigs, your guinea pigs. The only one the area we're not really going into is veterinary
Medical
issues. Yeah.
So Angela's question, Angela Perkins says, your guinea pigs are such a big part of your life.
Yes.
They certainly are. Can you imagine a day when you no longer have them?
Okay.
And how much do you think you'd miss them? And what would you do instead?
Well, okay, so as I
look at her having a snuggle.
I had guinea pigs for 16 and a half years, first of all. And then because I was sort of in my 20s, life was going in other directions. So I made a conscious effort to stop. And also
you also moved into a flat as well.
Well, I was a bit further down the line.
Oh,
but
right,
I certainly needed, my life was going to go into different phases. So I worked it all out what I was doing. I'd done some showing, light showing of guinea pigs as well. So I'd done everything I'd wanted to do. And I found homes for the 10 I still had remaining. And we were friends with a really good family who wanted to take most of them. And then the younger ones, they went off. And then the other lot went to our friends. So, and we had a big 10 segment stack system as well, and some cages. So they took everything. So that was in my 20s. And yeah, there was a period of adjustment, but actually it was at that time it was quite a relief. It was like I'd done what I wanted to do, and it was time to do different things in my life. So I had great memories, and that's the key thing. I had great memories, but obviously in those days it was all photo film. It wasn't digital, so you couldn't look on the phone. But that was like in the 90s, mid 90s. So to now, with what we've got, with all the photos, I've got 20,000 photos on the phones and stuff, and the videos, and the social media is very different, and Eleanor's involved, and the kids are involved in some way. So would I miss it? Okay, so I would, but I wouldn't as well, because as Eleanor said, when we go away, it is a you've got to get the right people to look after them. You clean them out, you're feeding them. Forget the social media. That's my choice to do that. It's our choice to do this. So would I miss them? Yes and no. I would miss their friendly little faces, but I would also not miss the cleaning out and the general, all the other stuff. And could I stop tomorrow and just say, yes, I could. So yeah, if tomorrow was, if I woke up one day and the guinea pigs had all gone to nice homes, and I woke up, how would I feel? I'd be like, I'm all right, I'm fine with that. I'd look back and I think we've done really well. We've inspired a lot of people to either have guinea pigs or not have guinea pigs, which maybe is more important. We've explained about guinea pigs. We've had a great time with our guinea pigs, and we've helped people choose guinea pigs, and we've done a little bit of breeding. We've done it all properly and ethically. We've gone places. I've spoken to many hundreds of children at schools and at nurseries and at cubs, beavers, brownies, you name it, I've done it. And we've got on the Guinea Pig magazine, we've been on radio, we've got some other ideas we want to do, and I wouldn't be stopping out of boredom. The reason we would stop on a phase out would be at the point that our good friend, when she stops, she is a little bit older than us, when she decides she stops, then obviously we won't be able to get the borrowed males, which means then we won't be able to have our low level breeding and keep the family line. So once she says enough, and she hasn't yet said that, then we would then run our numbers down, but we'd still have guinea pigs, but we wouldn't replace them as they went. So there's obviously that will happen in the future.
Well, I think, because
do you think?
we know it will be whenever that time happens.
Well,
it
we
will
run
have
out
been
of grass to bury them.
It will be a really slow phase.
Yes.
So we will have had probably about 5 years to prepare ourselves, because it will be a really slow phase out, and actually probably we will get more attached to them, and spend more and more time. And I don't know. It's not a. We love having them, and they're our pets, and we adore them, and they're special, and we love them all. And you can see how happy they are having a snuggle with Simon, and he just, you know, they're just so comfortable with him, and you do love them, and we are really happy with them.
Well,
But when it gets to the point where it's not going to be a sudden overnight thing.
No.
Nothing's going to suddenly happen.
No, I mean, all being well,
know,
it may suddenly happen overnight if something dramatic happened, but in general, it will be a slow phase down. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. I think as well,
So we can imagine a time that we won't,
Yeah.
but we know that will probably be linked to the breeding, and it will be a slow phase out. So we will miss them, but it will happen so gradually over such a period of time. And in that time, we'll replace it with other exciting
aspects. I think as well is the key thing, as Eleanor said earlier in this Q&A, we are not at capacity, and we never will be at capacity or over capacity. We're not a rescue. We don't take guinea pigs from other people. We just don't, and that's worked well for us. What we've got is a lovely setup. Our friend, when she stops, and that will come at some point, but at the moment she's fine. When that happens, then we will obviously stop, because I don't want to link up with someone else and then carry it on, because I get old. I'm getting older, and I don't want to be cleaning guinea pigs out when I'm like 70. And I'm 70 for the sake of it. I don't want to do something for the sake of it. And I think as well, we've got great guinea pigs, and I don't think that it's not right just to keep animals for the sake of it. Think, it's always nice to do new things, but at the moment, we're quite happy. I'm quite happy to carry on. Honeyduke's happy, and luckily
there'll always be something going on. There'll always be something. We've done a little radio show together in the past. There's always something that we'll probably be up to.
I think it's nice to do. Also, when the numbers reduce down naturally, then we can do more in-depth videos. At the moment, we do these videos, and I know that the YouTube and the Facebook, there's no reason why all that will carry on, but it will just be phasing down slowly. But people won't. I mean, most people. There's people on YouTube and Facebook that have got like 5 or 6 guinea pigs. Now, even if we stop tomorrow with breeding and having an increase in numbers, it will still take a couple of years to get down to 5 or 6, maybe 3 years. So there'll be plenty more videos, and people just won't have baby guinea pigs running around. That's fine. That's fine. That's not a problem. But then also people contacting me saying, "Do you know where to get guinea pigs?" We'll be saying no. So we'll be reducing things. We'll be doing different things. I think the key, as Ellen said, we just keep it fresh and keep it exciting. But our numbers will go down, and then we'll get to a point where we've just got a couple left, and then we've got one left, and we'll work. So we'll put the radio on, and we'll bring them in the home. So all good stuff. I hope that answers.
Yes.
Angela.
Yeah, very thorough answer for Angela. Thank you for your question. And the final question comes from Quiggies again.
Yes.
He started our question and answer and is ending our question and answer.
Yes.
So, Simon, you know that we, the girls in the house, love Harry Potter.
Oh, yes.
So we love the next question.
It's probably
we even went
to
see The Cursed Child recently, which was very, very good.
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
Go on.
You wouldn't have enjoyed it because you're not.
But you recommend
I think you
it.
would have enjoyed it.
But you
I
recommend
think anyone would enjoy it.
Okay, what's the question?
Anyway, in which Harry Potter house would Honeyduke belong to?
I have no idea.
So I'm going to describe the 4 houses, and then you can pick
You
which
need to be a bit
house.
rapid, because she's not going to be still.
She's not very happy
No,
anymore.
go on.
Honeyduke, well, you are named after a Harry Potter sweet shop, aren't you,
Yes.
sweetheart? So
You are taking a couple of pictures.
I have taken pictures.
Right, cool.
You
Go
told
on.
me not to take too many pictures.
Not too
You
many.
always tell me I take too
Go on.
many pictures.
Let's have the question.
So,
the answer, sorry.
The house
Yes.
Slytherin
Yes.
is cunning and smart, and I'd pick her up and give her a cuddle again, and really focused and aspirational
Oh, well, yes.
and ambitious.
Probably me, yeah.
Go
on.
Then you've got Gryffindor,
Yeah.
which is brave and strong.
Hang on a minute. Yeah.
And then you've got Ravenclaw that are clever and bookish and bright.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff. Yes.
Hufflepuff.
Yes.
And they are friendly and warm. And
Well, I'm feeling very
kind.
warm here, yes.
And she just weed on you.
No, I've got some poo. Don't worry, carry on.
She's friendly and welcoming and kind.
Sounds like
And
Stardust,
and
yeah.
they're their dormitories are next to the kitchens.
Exciting.
So which one do you think?
I don't care. Who do you think?
I think.
Yeah.
Well, I think all of our guinea pigs would be Hufflepuffs.
Do you?
Because they love their food and they're kind and sweet.
Wonderful.
Except Myrtle, who's
where would she be?
Well, traditionally Slytherin is the meaner house, but I think that actually Slytherin is more about ambition.
She'd be Sirius Snape certainly in the reboot, wouldn't it? Because you like Alan Rickman.
Sirius Snape?
Who's Alan Rickman? Which one's he?
Gosh,
which one's he play? Which one's he play? Which one's he play?
Severus Snape.
Whenever
Sirius Black is a different character.
Whatever.
Severus
Anyway,
Snape.
Let me get to the joke. Whenever Eleanor watches Harry Potter, right? She always says, "Oh, Alan Rickman's so well cast. Oh, he's so good." I've never actually sat down and watched any of the Harry Potter films. I did watch with our youngest. I did watch one of the earlier films. You know, the one when they went to New York.
What, the later films that were the prequels?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. But let's not talk about it too much. Yeah, I did see that.
Anyway,
it was quite fun.
I think Myrtle's a Slytherin.
Do you really? Great. Anyway, thanks very much, Quiz, for that. That's good. Let's
not
have any more.
Socrates is a Gryffindor.
Yes.
But I think Honeyduke and all the teddies are definitely Hufflepuff.
Great. So anyway, so welcome back to Buck's Guinea Pig Harry Potter Talks. Thank you very much indeed for our Q&A. Have we got any more questions there, Eleanor?
No, we've got all of our questions for Easter Sunday.
Great. Now I do. Now, first of all, let's just we've got to be a bit careful because we did a bit of video for the start of the video of this Q&A when we were out in Malta. We've got a little bit at the end that I remember. I've got to try and wrap all this up and think it all through. So let me just. So we've got we've got a little bit of video to go on the end, and we'll do some photos. Oh, she's all right enough. So have I with questions about Harry Potter. Dear.
I think your question was brilliant, Quiggies. Yes, well done.
Thank you
that was a good one. More Harry Potter questions are very acceptable.
Well, she supports us, so we'll have to let her go. Right. Now, okay, so thank you very much indeed for Honeyduke, for leaving little things. That's great. Eleanor, thank you very much for doing the video. That's much appreciated. To everyone, thank you very much for your questions. If you've got more questions, stick them into the comments because we will then answer them in May. I will now go away and put together this video.
She's chatting. She's so cute.
All right, thank you very much. Don't forget who the
Look
star
how
is.
beautiful she is.
She's very, very sweet. And she's on Guinea Pig magazine.
She is.
Now, we are trying to get to 10,000 subscribers. As I record this with Eleanor, we are on 9,470.
Oh, so please get sharing.
So yeah, please like this video, share this video, and comment. Now, things like live streams, we are going to be doing some live streams soon because guinea pigs do go on the grass now. We've got more long videos coming. We've got the Hedgewig meet, so please do check those out. And we've got some other bits and pieces coming along. Now, when we reach 10,000, we're going to stop putting the short videos up. I do 6 a day. It's quite a lot. It takes me ages. Ellen says, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm busy." Well, I don't tell you.
6 a day.
They're old stuff. We currently got the Storm Babies.
Of course, I know that because I follow them.
Yeah, got the Storm Babies. You know the Storm Babies, the 6 Storm Babies.
Oh.
We're currently putting them up. That's from August of 23. So when we reach 10,000, which should be at the end of May, I'm then going to stop doing that, and then we're going to focus on the long videos for a bit. And we also may get some merchandise selling because everyone loves a bit of merch. So
I'm looking at Myrtle actually. She's having some water and some hay in her cage.
That's nice. So I tell you what, if you would like to let us know in the comments, who would you like? Which guinea pig do you want to be featured in the May Q&A? And we will take consideration.
Not Myrtle.
No, she was on recently, but we will take consideration to our subscribers because we do love all the comments. But let's not have any more Harry Potter stuff. Eleanor, thank you very much indeed. There's going to be a little bit of video at the end.
Love the Harry Potter stuff.
Honeyduke, thank you so much. Let's leave this one. And it's like I said, there's a little bit of video. Thank you very much, everyone. I'm Simon. Thank you, Eleanor. Say goodbye, Eleanor.
Bye-bye.
And thank you. There we are. you are, everyone. That is the end of our Q&A for April of 2025. And don't forget, Bucks Guinea Pig Talks, the channel that leaves everyone else in its wake.
Woo!